stake for this light heavyweight fight. The 24-year-old against the 21-year-old, and a huge reach advantage of 8 inches for Jon Jones. Here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Eve Levine.
Eve Levine, our referee. A battle at 205, the beautiful Logan. Jones and O'Brien.
You ready? Fight!
And here we go. Gonna be tough to throw Jake O'Brien around, as strong as Johnny Jones is. And again, very comfortable and very methodical with his boxing skills is Irish Jake O'Brien.
Head kick attempt by Jon Jones.
Jones with a huge reach advantage, Joe. And this is what O'Brien wants. He wants to close the distance. He wants to dirty box a little bit. Right now, very elusive is Jon Jones, though. Stay inside. Good jab.
Couple punches to the top of the head there by O'Brien.
Ducking under and then coming overhand with the right. O'Brien looking to really keep Jones at distance at least until he can get inside with that jab, throwing the big hook.
Telegraphed that.
Even I saw that one coming. Again, he pushes forward.
Couple good shots, a little dirty boxing inside by O'Brien.
And that looks like it's obviously his game plan, Joe. Again, lead with the jab, get inside, and try to do some damage.
And the important thing is that what we've seen from O'Brien is that he's a solid wrestler, he's got good boxing, and what we've seen from Jones is that he's got great wrestling and real good at taking guys down. But a guy like O'Brien is very different from the guys that he's fought before. O'Brien is a much better wrestler than Stephan Bonner or Andre Guzmão, so we're going to get to see a different look.
Much bigger, too. Former heavyweight.
Good left hook.
The aggressor thus far is Jake O'Brien.
And what we're going to see also is whether or not Bones gets frustrated when things aren't going his way immediately.
Oh, nicely done.
Nice head kick up there.
Ducked under and brought it up. Set it up with a couple of inside leg kicks, Joe.
Oh, slap.
Got good hip turned as Jon Jones
but
on
that
those
was
kicks.
a good right hand by Jake O'Brien.
When Jones extends that jab, you can see it there. He can keep pretty much anybody at bay.
Good shots there by O'Brien, Mike. Nice short punches.
O'Brien is the one taking the center of the octagon. And again, when he really turns and extends that jab, Jon Jones is even longer than he is already. I mean, he has an 8-inch reach advantage. 6'4", 205. 2 minutes remains in round one. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
O'Brien is pressing forward, and it looks like what he's trying to do is counter. He's waiting for Jones to make moves, and then he's trying to counter. Jones with a high kick there.
You know, O'Brien really does have the attributes, the potential at 24 years old. 2 young fighters, Joe, that could have a very long and prosperous future in the UFC.
Yeah, especially now that O'Brien is down at 205.
Absolutely.
Which is where I think he belongs. Nice body kick there by Mr. Jones. Good footwork also by Jones.
Like how he snaps that jab out there, Joe. Very light on his feet, as you mentioned. Little shuffle. 35 seconds remains in the round.
He's found a home for that inside leg kick over and over. He's landed that on Jake O'Brien.
And remember, he went for the head kick earlier, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes with that inside leg kick and then changes it up. You can see the inside of the left leg very red, bruised and battered already from those inside leg kicks from Jon Jones. And again.
Tried a jumping switch kick right there.
Good first round nonetheless for Jake O'Brien.
Jake O'Brien pretty aggressive here, but the story of the fight as far as damage was really the kicks of Jon Jones. Jon Jones landed quite a few inside leg kicks, a few good ones to the body, and some head kicks that were blocked as well. That seemed to me to do the most damage in the fight, but Jake O'Brien constantly pressing forward and had some good boxing moments.
Just keep working that jab. That was perfect. Don't step back straight. That's the only time you got to is just step back straight, okay? And look for that rear push kick. When he throws one, you know two's coming. So throw that rear push kick. He's already closed the distance. You got walk and run all day long, Johnny. Sit there. That's one round. You won that round. Win this next round now.
Don't let him pause. Just keep the pace up. Stay nice and relaxed. Stay nice and relaxed. Okay, guys. Second down. Go, Jake. Come on. Pick it up.
Set for round two.
Thank you.
The beautiful Ariani. Let's see if Jones tries to turn up the pace a little bit here in the second 5 minutes. White and blue trunks for O'Brien, and the white trunks for Jones.
Jumping kick attack by Mr. Jones, and another head kick attempt.
He'd worked the inside of the left leg, the lead leg, throughout the majority of round number one. And he dances around with a lot of confidence.
One thing different in this fight, I mean, even though he's throwing all these wild kicks and punches, we haven't seen any of the wild throws and takedown attempts from Jon Jones that have really been his trademark.
Well, as you mentioned, Joe, Irish Jake O'Brien, an outstanding wrestler, 152-9, 44-0 as a senior. And maybe Jones knew that he wasn't going to be able to throw Jake O'Brien around like he had done against Stephan Bonner and Andre Guzman.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even seem like he's thinking about it.
Superman punch.
Jake O'Brien so far hasn't, I don't remember him throwing any kicks in the first round. And he's just leaning in and punching. Now, when you're just punching, the problem is the distance is different, and the distance that Jon Jones is using is already amplified by the fact that he's a taller guy. And then on top of that, he's throwing kicks. So he's going to be outside of the range of Jake O'Brien, and he's going to be doing, you know, what he's been doing for the most damage so far has been his kicks. So O'Brien's got to do something to switch it up.
No question. Both men very content to work this fight on the feet for the majority of the time, too. Lead left hook.
I think we've seen so many times in the octagon, whenever one guy is one-dimensional in his striking attack, like just using punches, and the other guy mixes it up with kicks as well, the other guy has just got a giant advantage, especially as far as, you know, him being able to dictate the distance.
And Jones early. Oh, he caught him.
He tried that spinning elbow, and he clipped the top of the head of Jake O'Brien.
O'Brien's back up. And again, that's exactly what I was about to say, Joe. He's got his attention with so many different strikes, and now O'Brien might want to get off the feet for a little while.
O'Brien might be resting here, but this is the guillotine attempt here by Jon Jones. It's tough to tell. I mean, a very strong grappler. If he's got a hold of Jake O'Brien's neck here, it looks like he's got it very deep, Mike. I can't see it from this angle.
Looking to finish it.
He put him out.
Over.
He put him out. Wow.
Jon Jones has choked out Jake O'Brien. Joe, it all started to go downhill quickly for O'Brien with that spinning elbow.
Yeah, he clipped him hard with that, but the choke that he hit him with, it was really tough to tell because we couldn't see it from this angle.
Here's that spinning elbow we talked about.
Yeah, let's take a look at that again. He fakes a takedown and hits him with this. Bang!
Boom.
Right in the top of the head, and that rocked Jake O'Brien. Then Jones jumps all over him, and now we can tell it here. We can see it better here from the overhead shot. He sinks a guillotine in. He's got a guillotine, and then he tucks it in deeper. It's like a no-arm Darce choke. He goes under and then grabs a hold of it with his bicep, and that's just real deep there. See it there? It's tough to tell because he's covering the head. You can't really see it, but O'Brien taps, and then he goes out. It was basically a no-arm guillotine, excuse me, a no-arm Darce choke.
Jon Jones, 3-0 in the UFC, 9-0 in his career. Here's the official decision from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Lavigne has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke, Johnny Bones Jones.
Well, he mixed things up nicely. Caught him with the elbow, finishes with the submission, and defeats Jake O'Brien. Jon Jones with Joe.
All right, I'm here with a very exciting Jon Bones Jones. Another excellent fight, Jon. You caught him with a spinning elbow attack, and then you wound up finishing him off with a guillotine. Now, this is the first fighter that we've seen you face in the octagon that was a wrestler, and we saw you mix it up a little bit. You did a lot more striking. Was that the plan coming out here?
Yeah, you know, really I was just striving to be a better wrestler than Jake. And I worked a lot on my takedown defense, and we came through with a win, so I just feel great, you know.
Now, take a look at the big screen and talk us through the submission. It looked like you caught him in was it a guillotine or was it a no-arm Darce choke? Here's the elbow that started everything off.
Yeah, the no-arm Darce choke. You know, we've been working on a lot of submissions from the front headlock position. We knew Jake was going to be doing a lot of shooting. So it just worked out great, you know. The muscle memory kicked in, and we did what we planned to do, and came out on top.
Well, another big win against a very tough guy. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again. Jon Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
Impressive here tonight. Jon Jones, the winner in round number 2. Former